video is for all Asian people, and not just East Asian people. I mean all Asian people, like Southeast Asian and South Asians too. Technically, not Thai people, but this video is still for you. If you're Asian and you're currently going out of your way to condemn Hamas or stay neutral or even the audacity to support Israel, what the fuck are you doing? If you're Asian and you don't support Palestine, what the fuck are you doing? Let me remind you that less than 100 years ago, less than 80 years ago, more like 75 fucking years ago, every single fucking Asian country was colonized one way or another. China, spheres of influence, and invaded by Japan during World War II. Until the end of World War II, countries like Taiwan and Korea were colonies of Japan. The whole greater India area was a colony of Britain. Vietnam was a colony of France. Lastly, but not limited to, the Philippines were a colony of Spain. Let us be so freaking for real right now. I know so many of our parents and our grandparents do not like people of the countries that colonized us. Let's be for real. I know a lot of older Korean and Chinese people do not like Japanese people because of what Japan did. Our people suffered for what? For us to support colonizers now? It was 100 years ago. You're telling me that you would support Japan? You're telling me that if it was 100 years ago and the people in your village were like, hey, today we're going to revolt against the Japanese army, you wouldn't join them? You'd be like, well, actually, violence is bad. Can we just have peace? No, you fucking wouldn't. Into even more perspective, Korea was a colony of Japan for 35 years. Taiwan was a colony of Japan for 50 years. The French colonized Vietnam for like 60 years. And the British Raj lasted in India for 90 years. Imagine all the terrible fucking stuff that happened to our people in that amount of time. And then realize that Israel has been occupying Palestine for the last 75 years and counting. Korea, for example, was a colony of Japan for 35 long fucking years. And I know Koreans today are still hurt about it. How can you imagine the hurt and the pain for being colonized for over double that amount of time? If you're not Korean, apply this logic to yourself. The year that we all got our freedom was the same year that Palestinians lost theirs. So now, can we as Asian people put our feet in the shoes of Palestinians? The only difference between us and Palestinians is that their occupation is happening now and ours happened in the past. As the children and the grandchildren of the colonized, it is our duty now to stand with those who are currently being colonized, who went through what our families went through. I ask you again, if you're Asian and you're not supporting Palestine, or even worse, you support Israel, what the fuck are you doing?